So the S curve is the story most business can't escape. Products, strategies, companies, even entire industry go through it. The big question of today is, can you recognize where you are on the curve? Thanks for coming back to my YouTube channel. My name is Cedric Ishimne. I am going to give you a story, right? I'm back with some stories, with different content of my channel. I am not actually going to be speaking only about the high school graduates or high school students. I'll be actually releasing some stories about the community, about the workplace, about the business, about the culture, the countries, the politics, everything that is going to uplift, people, right? And recently, I've been thinking like to change the name of my YouTube channel. I don't know, like, can you guys comment down below? Like, what do you think? What do you think? Can I change the name of my YouTube channel? Right? Probably call it like Original State or State Original TV. I don't know, but you will let me know in the comment sections. But if you can advise me, right? If you know my social media platforms, Cedric Shingeki, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. I don't have X. Oh, like, comment down below, like, what do you think about changing the name of my YouTube channel? What do you think? Anyways, so let's start about the story of today. Are you guys excited? So let's talk about this letter S. Picture it lying on its side. Usa nkaho uryamisha iriya S, usa nkaho uyiryamisha isa nkaho yegamye ukuntu, sibyo? That's a curve you should be paying attention to, which is S curve, right? If you've never heard of it, it is high time you did, because once you see the S curve, you start seeing it everywhere, be it in business, in education, in social movements, in politics, and even in biology, right? So what is the hidden thing about S curve, and what does it mean to govern so many things in life? So the S curve is a pattern of growth that starts slow, picks up speed, and inevitably hits the ceiling. It comes in 3 phases, which I actually am going to shed light on them, then finish the video, right? So the first is the slow start, right? You've just launched something, a new product, a business, a personal project. I've had like the hunger. Actually, I made the third award winner of Hunger Pitch 2024. This Somalian guy. Yeah, you might be starting something new, like a business, a project, and things are moving slower than you'd like. Not just because you Hunger Pitch. Maybe even those things are actually declining, right? Fluctuating, right? So that's the bottom of the curve. Next, come to the big leap. Suddenly, all that hard work starts to pay off. Like of course, the Hunger Pitch winners. Right? If your initiatives is solid, learning has happened, right? The pieces are now in place, and the growth starts to accelerate, right? You might even feel unstoppable. Welcome to the steep, rapidly rising middle of the curve, right? But eventually, reality sets in. You hit the ceiling, the sky-high growth starts to level off, and the things start to slow down, right? Here is where doing more of what worked before can get dangerous. If you don't change things up, you risk not just um, doing patterning, but potentially plugging into decline. Ladies and gentlemen, the S curve happens because nothing grows forever. Nothing ever, ever, nothing grows forever, right? So markets saturate, resources stretch thin, learning curves flattened and complacent, crimson. You hit natural limit, and that's when the S curve flattened out too. Ukabona nyine ya S curve ntabwo ikiri S nyine yabaye akarongo, sibyo karyamye. So the S curve is not just some random pattern. It is actually how things work in the real world. And the beginning, you are doing something new, difficult, fighting days and night, whether it is getting a product off the ground or starting a movement. Everything new faces resistance. Guys, have realized, like, everything new faces resistance. That's why the start is slow, right? So if you can push through that early frictions, that many counts, those rejections, you reach a tipping point. Growth accelerates and people start noticing your product, buying your product, joining your organizations, your project, or supporting, right? You are in the sweet spot of the curve, riding a wave of momentum, right? So, but here is a catch: nothing grows indefinitely. At some point, you hit limits, right? Maybe your market saturates, maybe your innovation, plateaus, maybe competitors catch up, or regulators clamp down, right? That's when growth slows. You are at the top of the S curve. Now you need to rethink. These days, bro, we need to rethink, right? So not paying attention to the S curve can get you in trouble, whether you are learning business, learning new skills, or growing anything. That's a curve you need to watch close, right? So the S curve, the story most business can't escape. Products, strategies, companies, even entire industry go through it. The big question of today is, can you recognize where you are on the curve? And most importantly, do you know what to do about it? Do you know how to go about it? Let's take an example, right? Take smartphones, for example, in the early 2000, right? That's when the smartphones came, right? You were at the bottom of the S curve, right? The niche products for techies, technology people. Then the iPhone came around 2005, I guess, followed by Android phones, and boom, smartphones hit the steep part of the curve, right? Sales skyrocketed and shareholders rejoiced, right? Fast forward to today, and you're at the top of the S curve. Most people who want a smartphone already have one, and there isn't much more innovation that can be squeezed into a rectangle, right? The market is mature and the growth is incremental at the best. Apple and Samsung knows this, right? Knows what I'm talking about, right? So, which is why they are already looking to the next big thing, like artificial intelligence anymore, right? So the S curve is not just a business concept, though. It actually shows up in life too. Learning a new skills, starting a university, starting a program, starting organization, all those kind of stuff, right? Even managing your marriage, your new home, right? So it starts painfully slow. You struggle with the basics, feel like you are getting nowhere when you're actually learning new skills, and wonder if you will ever improve. But stick with it, and sooner enough, you may hit the sweet spot. Suddenly, you will improve faster, right? And you feel unstoppable. So, but there is always a but, sooner or later that rapid progress slows. Having mastered the basic, improvements come slower, harder, and at a cost. That's the top of a curve in action. Right? In my conclusion, like, what do you think is a big takeaway, from this escape? I would advise you guys to not get blinded by the curve, right? You recognize where you are and act accordingly, right? If you are in your early phases, don't panic. Double down on your learning, testing, and building strong foundation. If your idea is solid and work good, rapid growth is likely to come, right? If you're riding high in the fast growth phase, don't assume it is. It is actually going to be a last forever. Start thinking about what comes after that top of the curve. Are you innovating now? What new S-curve are you preparing for? The truly wise do this before the old curve flattens out, right? That's when it is a time to launch a next thing, the next idea, the next curve. Actually, I have realized, like, Fred Swanika is actually the best among of the best, people who actually knows what to do next. So, lastly, and if you are at the top, it is time to face the reality that you will hit the ceiling. Don't go into a deny mode. Get busy on fresh things. S-curve is actually a pattern you can't avoid, right? But that's one you can master, right? Whether in a business, life, the trick is to know where you are and what to do next. Don't be a victim of the curve. Ride it, right? Anyways, guys, let me stop this story here, and probably I will come back in another video sharing another story of that can improve your life, your business, your marriage, your learning. The journey ahead is actually waiting us to ride, right? Anyways, hasta la vista. Let me go to sleep. I love you guys. Subscribe only if you find it useful, right? Anyways, good night or good morning, I don't know. Anyways, bye.